You think your dog is fine. You think the panting is just heat, the yawning is just tiredness, and the destruction is just bad behavior. But what if I told you your dog has been screaming at you this entire time and you just didn't speak the language? This is your life as every dog anxiety rank. Let's start from the beginning. Level 1, the unaware dog. You're a dog. Life is simple. Your owner leaves every morning and comes back every evening. You don't fully understand time. You don't understand where they go, but you're okay. You sleep on the couch, you chew a toy, you wait by the door around the time they usually come home, not because you're anxious, but because your nose and your internal clock tell you they'll be back soon. This is level 1. This is what a healthy, balanced dog looks like. No panic, no drama, just quiet confidence that your person will return. Most owners never realize this is what they should be aiming for. Most owners will never see this level again after the first few months because something is about to change. Level 2, the lip licker. You're a dog. Your owner just picked up their keys. Something shifts inside you. You don't know what it is. Your brain releases a small pulse of cortisol, the stress hormone. Your tongue flicks out and licks your lips. Once, twice, 3 times. Your owner looks at you and says, "Aw, are you hungry?" They have no idea what just happened. That lip lick wasn't hunger. It was a calming signal. A self-soothing behavior your brain triggered automatically to manage the discomfort rising in your chest. As a veterinary nurse, I see this signal ignored in almost every household I visit. Your owner leaves, you stand at the door for about 3 minutes, then you go lay down. You're uncomfortable, but you cope. You're at level 2. It's barely noticeable, but it's already begun. Level 3, the constant yawner. You're a dog and you're not tired, but you keep yawning. Every time your owner raises their voice, every time a stranger walks too close, every time the environment feels unpredictable, your jaw opens wide and you yawn. Not from sleepiness, from stress. Your nervous system is using yawning as a pressure valve to release tension before it explodes. You also yawn when your owner hugs you. They think it's adorable. They take a photo. What they're actually photographing is your body saying, "Please, stop. I'm not comfortable." You're at level 3. The signals are constant now, but they're still silent enough that no human in your life has connected the dots. But that's about to get worse. Level 4, the stress panter. You're a dog and your mouth is open even though it isn't hot. Your sides are heaving. Your eyes are slightly wider than usual. Your owner comes home, sees you panting and says, "You must have been running around. You haven't moved in hours." Stress panting is one of the most misread signals in dog behavior. Unlike heat panting, which is rhythmic and steady, stress panting is shallow, rapid, and often accompanied by a tense body. Your muscles are coiled. Your jaw is tight. Your tail moves, but it's stiff, not loose. Your brain is flooding your body with adrenaline in response to a perceived threat. The threat, in this case, is simply being alone, or a noise outside, or an unpredictable routine. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a wolf and a vacuum cleaner. It just knows danger. You're at level 4. Your body is working overtime to manage emotions it was never trained to handle. Level 5, the pacer. You're a dog and you cannot be still. You walk from the door to the couch, from the couch to the window, from the window back to the door. You have done this loop 47 times since your owner left. You're not exploring, you're not curious. You are a brain stuck in a loop it cannot exit. Pacing in dogs is a displacement behavior. Your brain is so overwhelmed with stress hormones that it converts the emotional tension into physical movement just to stop from imploding. It's the equivalent of a human who cannot stop checking their phone, tapping their foot, and biting their nails all at the same time. Your paws are slightly sweaty. Yes, dogs sweat through their paw pads. If you stepped on a piece of paper right now, you'd leave damp prints. You're at level 5. You are no longer coping, you are surviving. Level 6, the destroyer. You're a dog and you just ate the corner of the couch. Not because you're bad, not because you're dominant, not because you're punishing your owner for leaving. You did it because the act of chewing releases endorphins in your brain, the same chemicals that make pain go away. And right now, your anxiety is so physically painful that chewing is the only medication you have access to. The pillow is destroyed. The door frame has teeth marks. The trash is spread across the kitchen floor. Your owner comes home and screams at you. You immediately go into submissive posture, ears back, eyes wide, body low. They call it a guilty face. But what you're actually doing is responding to the rage in their body language, not to the crime you committed 4 hours ago. You have no idea why they're angry. The punishment doesn't teach you anything. It only adds another layer of fear on top of the anxiety that caused the destruction in the first place. You're at level 6, and the cycle is getting worse. Level 7, the self-harmer. You're a dog, and you've been licking your paw for 3 weeks. The skin is raw. There's a hot spot the size of a coin growing between your toes. Your owner puts a cone on your head and calls it an allergy. It's not an allergy. It's anxiety expressed through the body. Repetitive licking, chewing at paws, scratching at the same spot, and tail chasing are all obsessive compulsive behaviors that emerge when anxiety reaches a level that the dog's brain cannot contain. The licking releases a tiny hit of serotonin each time. It's addictive. It becomes a ritual, a coping mechanism that slowly destroys the skin it's targeting. Your vet treats the wound heals, you open it again in the same spot 2 weeks later. Nobody has treated the source. You're at level 7. Your body is now pain that your mind cannot process. Level 8, the shutdown dog. You're a dog and you've stopped reacting entirely. You don't bark, you don't pace, you don't destroy anything. You just lie in the corner with your face turned to the wall. Your owner tells their friends you've calmed down so much. They think they finally figured out how to handle you. What has actually happened is that your nervous system has entered a state of learned helplessness. You tried everything. The signals, the pacing, the destruction, the vocalizations, and nothing changed. Nothing helped. Nothing made them understand. So your brain did the only thing left. It shut down. It went offline to protect itself from a pain it couldn't escape. This is the level that breaks my heart the most as a veterinary nurse. Because this dog isn't calm. This dog has given up. And from the outside, it looks like success. You're at level 8. The silence is not peace. It is surrender. Level 9. The aggressor. You're a dog and you just bit someone. Not because you're dangerous. Not because you're a bad dog. Not because of your breed. You bit someone because every single warning signal you ever gave, the lip licks, the yawns, the whale eye, the growl, was ignored, suppressed, or punished. Your owner told you, no growling, so you stopped the growling. But the fear didn't go away. The anxiety didn't go away. The threshold just lowered, until one day, there were no more warnings left to give. There was only the bite. Fear-based aggression is the most misunderstood behavior in dogs. The dog that bites is almost never the dog that wanted to. It's the dog that ran out of other options. And now it's labeled dangerous. Now it's surrendered to a shelter. Now it faces euthanasia for doing the only thing it had left after everything else failed. You're at level 9, and it didn't have to end this way. Level 10, the breaking point. You're a dog, and your body is in full panic attack. Your heart is racing at over 180 beats per minute. You are hyperventilating. You are trying to dig through a concrete floor with your bare paws. Your nails are bleeding. There are howling sounds that don't even sound like a dog anymore. Your pupils are fully dilated. You cannot hear commands. You cannot process language. You're not in a home right now. Inside your brain, you are in a burning building with no exits. This is what untreated severe separation anxiety looks like. This is what happens when level 2 becomes level 3 and nobody intervened. When the lip licks were called cute, when the yawns were called tired, and when the pacing was called energy. When the destruction was called bad behavior and punished instead of understood. Somewhere in a house right now, a dog is at level 10 and their owner is at work, sending messages about their day, completely unaware that their best friend is in the worst moment of their life. Completely alone. This is level 10. This is where every untreated anxiety story ends. Your dog is communicating with you right now, every day. The question is whether you know how to listen. The difference between level 1 and level 10 isn't the dog, it's the information the owner had access to. Now you have it. Share this video with someone whose dog you're worried about. And if you want to know which level your dog is at right now, watch the next video. I'll show you exactly how to read each signal, one by one. Somewhere right now, a dog owner is watching their dog lick their lips, and they think it's cute. They've no idea what's already begun. This is level 1, and the clock is ticking.